What is going on, guys? Hess here from CollectiveKicks.com, and if you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description. Today I'm going to be covering the top 5 Skechers Rip Offs from other brands. If you guys didn't know, historically speaking, Skechers really does pride themselves on ripping off other companies, taking other companies' ideas and then manufacturing them in a more cost-effective, mass-produced way, and should I say cheaper, but at the end of the day, they are bringing a lot of sneakers to the masses for some pretty affordable prices, although the concept behind what they're bringing is really borrowed from other companies, as you'll see in this video. So hopefully you guys like this top 5 video. First up, we have a couple runner-ups that I'm gonna mention. While Adidas has the Spring Blade, Skechers mocked up something called the Mega Blade, which is obviously a rip directly from the Spring Blade from Adidas. Doesn't have too much popularity right now, but there was a moment in time where Adidas was turning heads because it was such a unique and oddly looking pair of sneakers, and Skechers actually ended up biting from that style. Next up, we have Tom's, which is a charity shoe, and Skechers kind of went a tasteless route and created something called Bob's. And the last runner-up that I wanted to mention is a bite off of the infamous dad shoe from Nike, the Air Monarch 4, and that is the Haniger model, and I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it definitely says used dad shoe all over it, and definitely is a bite from the Nike side or the New Balance side, but regardless, it's not an original IP. Moving on, let's get into the actual top 5. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have a Nike free bite known as the Flex or the Flex Sole from Skechers, and the Nike free lines roughly cost about $130 versus the Flex Sole $70 price point. It's an obvious bite from the Nike free midsole technology. As you can see, it has a lot of different segments to the midsole, which is exactly what Nike free brought to the market. One other thing to note is that Skechers has a bunch of different uppers on the Flex Sole models. They have some that look like mesh, and they also have some that look like Flyknit type material, but it definitely does have some resemblance to the more premium feel of some of the finer materials that Nike and Adidas bring to the market. So coming in at the number 4 spot, we have a sketchy looking sneaker from Skechers known as the Skech-Air Supreme. That was a stupid tongue twister that I decided to say right there. This is definitely a direct ripoff of the Nike Air Max flagship models, whether it be the 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16 or 17. They all utilize a full-length Max Air unit, as you can see from the Nike Air versions, and Skechers definitely rips that in the worst way possible. I'm sure that the Skechers versions are really heavy, but it's something that Nike has taken years to engineer, and it's sad to see that Skechers can actually get away with that without being sued. And I'm wondering if Nike actually has tried to go after them about that, because it's a blatant ripoff for what the technology is. I love the fact that Skechers calls this the Skech-Air Supreme, though. I don't know why they added the Supreme in the mix. Maybe it's for trying to get rankings in Google by searching Nike and Air and Supreme. I have no idea, but it's kind of a terrible ripoff. $180 is the retail on Nike Air, $105 is the retail on the Skech-Air, which is actually quite high for a Skechers shoe. Moving into the number 3 spot, we have the Adidas Stan Smiths versus the Skechers Onyx. The Stan Smith retails at $90 versus $65 from the Onyx. An interesting thing about this shoe, however, is the fact that the Onyx was pulled off of shelves because Adidas actually sued Skechers for similarities to their product, and they actually won on multiple accounts of infringement. So I think that that was kind of a big step in footwear in general, and it will be interesting to see where things go in the future if companies like Nike and Adidas will continue to put up the money to fight the ripoffs that Skechers is bringing to the market. So coming in at the number 2 spot, we have a blatant ripoff of the Adidas Boost line in the Skechers Burst. Also, it has kind of a hybrid ripoff because it looks like a Nike Flyknit upper mixed with the Adidas Boost sole, but I actually have this shoe and did a detailed review of these, and it's actually surprisingly comfortable. It's nothing like Boost, but for $65 versus the $80 of Adidas Ultra Boost, the price point is actually not so terrible for what you end up getting. There's no long-term wear on these shoes, though. It's a really cheaply made shoe, but it definitely is a direct ripoff of what Adidas has done with the Boost line, and honestly, it's kind of a smart move from Skechers to do so if they can get away with it. There's also a lot of other companies that have something similar to Adidas Boost as well. If you guys want to see just a top 5 Adidas Boost ripoffs video, leave a comment and let me know, and I will try to compile that video for you guys, because there's a couple other ones that I can mention on the market right now. But ultimately, this is definitely a shoe that looks very similar, and even with their description, known as the flat knit mesh one-piece fabric upper, burst compound midsole with superior impact cushioning, protection, and remarkable energy return. Soft responsive burst compound allows maximum flexibility and extremely lightweight. Come on, get out of here. Skechers, you guys are like basically ripping off the verbiage of what Adidas Boost is in even the description of the product. So this one definitely comes in at the number 2 spot. So we've made it to the number 1 spot, and if you guys are enjoying the content, please hit the thumbs up button and show you guys the support on the video. Number 1 spot goes to the Modern Jogger, is what they're actually calling these shoes, which is a very obvious and blatant ripoff of the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 BELUGA colorway, as you could see, with that stripe of orange even. And the soles actually look like NMDs, which was an interesting choice. So they mixed and matched 2 different shoes together as they've done. Maybe that's how they get by with the copyright issues, because the midsole looks nothing like the Yeezy Boost, but the upper definitely draws the same inspiration with the patterns, the color choices, and the stitching even. And the materials. So $220 for a pair of Yeezys, $90 for the Modern Joggers, but they do feature a Soft SportKnit mesh fabric upper and stitching accents. Terrible, just terrible. These are direct ripoffs of one of the more popular items on the market right now, and it's kind of crazy that Skechers is doing it. Have you guys actually ever seen anybody wearing the Modern Joggers in public? Just people that are not sneaker people. I'm just curious if you see people actually walking around with this exact colorway, because people that are not into the culture probably don't really understand the weird colorway. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the top 5 Skechers ripoffs, and it was kind of fun to bring you guys this video. I'm enjoying Top 5 Tuesdays. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell when you want to be notified when I post videos. I try to post about 4 or 5 a week. If you guys missed any recent videos on my channel, just check the screen at this time, or go to my channel and actually just browse through and get caught up on the videos that you may have missed. Thank you again for stopping by. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.